What's going on, Aquarius? How you doing? Welcome to or back to my channel. It's Craft and Conjure with Aquarius Moon Tarot. We're not about to do that entire thing, but we are going to do that one. So this does go to Aquarius, and on the board today we have the Moon card. For those that resonate with it on a magical level, look into Akati. If she is already in your life, then more power to you. But during this interesting time, it's more of a time to sift and to go through the illusions that might come your way. The illusions of love, the illusions of it being a healthy environment, the illusions of that friendship being a real friendship, illusions in general. It's a transition time for quite a few people. Thank you. Three of Swords energy. Yeah, many of you are trying to see if you should delve back deeper into the illusion of what you once thought was real love, but in reality it's not. And I'm going to be real with you. If you do go that route, it's going to completely break your heart again. Now is the time, due to you being in a transition stage, to sit still and to allow that energy of the moon or Akate. I am picking up on her, so I have a feeling she's going to be in this reading a bit. So if you are a follower of Akati and Ekatine, which so forth and so on, she, from what I'm getting with this, is she is in your life right now to help you. And she is lending out her energy to those that she does resonate with and click with, so forth and so on. But what you see in front of you is illusion. You know that, I know that, the universe knows that, you guys know that, your ancestors know that, heck, everybody knows that. Even the little spider that hangs out in the corner of your room and just eats flies for rent. It might sound corny, but that is true. You know, love is a very tricky energy at times. What's love to one person isn't love to another, and what I am picking up is that you did put in your all. You gave them that full moon love. You were that liminal space for them when they needed that transition time, and now you're in that phase of your life, of your path, where it's time to go forth. Understand that the moon is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sphere, but at the same time she can cast illusions. So for those that do connect with Hecate, now's the time to really ask her to guide you through these dark times. And for those that are at a crossroads, it's not even really about, which way do I go? It's more about just going. In reality, you might walk to a crossroads. If you're at that crossroads right now, you might have left, right, up, down. Just go. Just walk. Turn left, turn right, turn wherever. Because that crossroads is when you have to make that next move. You have the Empress energy with you. You've been through, I am not going to say bad relationship after bad relationship, but you've been through these phases of the Three of Swords before. You've been through these phases of transition. You've been through these phases, but along the way you have really absorbed the understanding and the knowledge and the gnosis on how to truly get through this, on how to wade through the Three of Swords energy and how to wade through the illusions that might come. For those that resonate with this, it is a very emotionally charged time for quite a few people. You're kind of operating at a full moon sort of thing. For anyone that works with the moon cycles, you know that it has the new, the waxing, the full, the waning, repeat. Well, it's kind of simple. It's like the ebb and flow. When the new moon comes, it starts to build up, and as we get closer and closer to that full moon, depending on what might be going on with the astrological weather at that specific time, it can cause us to really explode, or what might be going on with your chart. I'm not saying you're going to explode and go off and blow up the world or anything of that nature, but just the internal combustion that comes from it, how emotions can slowly bubble and boil over, and then kaboom. But this go around, I don't think you're gonna have that explosion. If you have had that before, if you have, you're a human being, it happens. Don't let anyone tell you that you're a horrible person for that. Don't let people drag you down. You're really in that Three of Swords energy. You're really in that moon energy. So in order to get out of that Three of Swords and fully back into the Empress energy, which is on point, on charge, fertile in all of your aspects, all of your endeavors. Also, I'm not really want to do this or say this, but if you are expecting, congratulations, because whenever the Empress pops up in a reading, that usually not only is that fertility within magic, so forth and so on. The Empress, the mama, where she need to be on top of everything, just chilling with all green emerald on. But sometimes it can also symbolize expecting a little one. So if that is you, I just feel like saying that, but it came to my little heart or whatever, so I said it. But understand this Empress energy, you have that inside of you. So even though you are going through this Three of Swords moment, you still have the ability to tap into the Empress energy, which will help you get through the Three of Swords. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a stuttering day. Now, mind you, this is going to take some hard work. Real Eight of Pentacles energy. Now, that can also connect to monetary gain. And for those that do resonate with this little side piece of information or wisdom or whatever the cards are saying, yeah, keep up your hard work. You are gonna manifest what it is that you're trying to do. I see a lot of you, boiling the midnight oil. I see like this one practitioner is right here, right now, just trying to hone their craft. For those that resonate with that, hone your craft. If you got to give up a couple hours of sleep to hone your craft, then so be it, baby. You can sleep when you're on point. But right now, you really can't rest. I ain't saying don't sleep, but, ain't no time to rest. Because after that, when you hone that craft, we're going to go into the sun energy. That's when you're going to start popping. Like, crazy as it might sound, I'm picking up that this is going to resonate for a couple of witches, being real with you. Some of y'all have been putting in that work. Really, really honing that craft. And that's just for that. We're going to get back to the Three of Swords energy. Don't worry. But a lot of y'all are about to shine. Because you spent so long honing your craft. It's like you took all of last season to hone that craft. And now you are about to actually come out on that solar energy, that sun child energy. And not only is that sun child energy going to be jovial and on point, and you're going to have parties and celebrations and all that good stuff, you also going to get kind of a renewal of spirit, a renewal of self. You're going to kind of enter into a phase of that childlike energy where you're just kind of free and just living a life. For those who are in the sunflowers, look into that. But also, if you want to tap deeper into the solar energy, sunflowers is one thing that you can actually put in your house, adorn, get talismans, whatever it may be, however you connect with it, pictures of it, just the sunflower in general. Okay, so hopefully that does resonate. Now, interestingly enough, I'm not picking up too much more with the Three of Swords and the moon, mainly because I'm picking up that people that resonate with that message within this reading have gone through this before. They have gone through those phases where it required the transition time. So it's kind of like the sucky experience, but you're gonna come out on point. You just have to navigate, the currents of Lady Luna and which phases she's working with, and really, really, really hunker down and allow yourself to heal with those emotions, so forth and so on, because that is going to benefit you in the long run. Excuse me. Here we go. So let's see. Don't be afraid to reach out to friends. Hello, introvert. Don't be afraid to reach out to friends and understand that, the Six of Cups has its basic meaning, of course, but what I'm picking up with this is tap back into that childlike energy, and don't be afraid to get out there and just kind of like, I'm not gonna say play, but just fellowship, really get back into getting out into nature, being by water, so forth and so on, and understand that, that might not be the Queen of Cups phase or anything of that nature, but there is still a nice amount of water or emotional sharing going on within this. But understand that also, even though you do have your days where you emotionally share with friends, this is why I said hello, introvert, you have the Hermit as well. And the Hermit does require for many of you to go within self at the end of the day, to introspect, to really take time to see, what it is that they need to bring to the surface. What did they have an overload with? For those who are introverts, so forth and so on, you know what I mean by that overload. It might be a conversation that is kind of not so much drains you. You get fulfillment from it, but at the same time, you're like, okay, I gotta go home and take a hot shower now and eat like a pint of Ben and Jerry's and stuff. I love that person, but I need time to go ahead and digest and so forth and so on. So that's what the Hermit is. But when you go into that Hermit phase, don't stay in there too long. Get in there, have a little fun, meditate, do your ritual baths, eat your Ben and Jerry's ice cream, so forth and so on. Just don't eat it too late at night. You know what I'm saying? We try to have summer bodies out here. I don't think any of us doing very good at it, but not even me. Just saying, I love my ice cream. Hey, yeah. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, just make sure that when you go into that hermit energy, you do come out of that hermit energy, because you can't stay in it too long. It's not good to stay in hermit energy too long. Because when you stay in a hermit energy too long, you kind of miss what could come your way, which is the Three of Cups. I see new emotional connections coming your way this summer and early this fall. I heard get out and start meeting some people. It doesn't have to be big. If you're into more of the pagan thing, or if you're, you lean more to craft practitioner, so forth and so on, then it's not too hard to really find some meetup groups that pertain to the path that you walk. It's easier, yes, as we all know, to walk down the street and find a local church. But, not everyone resonates with the church vibe, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. But be open to trying to connect, and, be open to going to, like, events that aren't so much spiritually related, but you never know who you might meet there. Go to a jazz festival, a museum. For the gentlemen that want to resonate with this, if you want to meet that classy girl, that classy girl that, everybody wants to talk to, but she's so classy, everybody be scared to talk to her, but she's about as shy and nervous as they come, and trying to figure out, did she put on the right shoes? They would much rather just go down and have a double quarter pounder with cheese than to be sitting there at that daggone event watching everybody. She's one of them girls, but she's classy. If you want her, you got to go ahead and branch out, bro. You got to go off and really attend events that she will be at. Same with ladies. If you want to meet that classy gentleman and you are classy, you got to start going to the events to let your classiness shine. If you are great with them tarot cards, you got to go to places where you can let yourself shine. If you're good with the magic, you got to go places where you can let yourself shine. What is going on with my pronunciation today? But until you put yourself in them situations, or petition the universe or whoever it is that you may work with and or for, to go ahead and bring those situations into your life, you're just kind of going to be sitting there on the sideline like, what's happening? When's it going to happen for me? So yeah, put those requests out to the universe to go to those more lavish events, man. We ain't doing this no more. Yeah, I said it, y'all. We ain't doing this no more. We sit here and just be like, oh, I have a tree. Look, I love my nature, y'all, for real. I love my nature. I love my craft. I can go and meditate all day long, but I made a vow to myself after I got out of this, and I said, I'm gonna tell as many people on my on my YouTube, my Twitters and everything, whoever wants to rock with me can rock with me. We moving towards generational wealth. That's what we doing now. I'm not saying that we pushing to be like guilty billionaires or something, but we pushing to break bonds. So at the end of the day, when we achieve it, we can say, you know what? I might not be able to buy a jet, or I might not be able to buy a $5.8 million house, but I can take a trip when I want to, and you know what I'm saying? I got good friends coming in, and I got good networks, and I got good food, and I'm hydrated, and I'm dancing, and I'm happy. It's messed up in the world, but I'm doing okay. That sort of thing, where you don't have to have for nothing. That's wealthy. That's where we're going in 2024 and beyond. That's where we're going. Because the energy is just out there. Mind you, there's different ways that you tap into it. Certain traditions require certain methods, and that's perfectly fine. But it's out there for everybody. Everybody that wants to go ahead and pull from this. The universe was like, here y'all go. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the universe right now, and within our galaxy, and within our planet, and within our military, and within even down to the politics. It's crazy. But by putting yourself out there to the universe to really, really, really say, I want to do something that is different. I want to do something that's going to scare the crap out of me. I want to go to an event where, oh man, is that like is that a manager for an actor? Yo, I just bumped elbows with Tom Cruise. Not saying literally, but if that happens, go for it. Excuse me. You see where I'm going with it. But be open to getting out, because the Nine of Cups energy is really, really, really popping in this, y'all. It's like really popping. And we all know what the Nine of Cups mean. The Nine of Cups is just pretty much at the 10. You just there. You chilling. You just like, yeah. Like, you just got that vibe when you get the Nine of Cups in your world. Like, I already achieved the 10, and I know I'm going to get to the King and the Queen. I know that. But here's my 9 right there. That's what I got. Reverse, I win. Yeah. That's what it is. But you got to make sure that you don't allow this this oh god, this Four of Cups energy to enter into your life as well, because the Four of Cups would be in one the Four of Cups, I call it the tidal wave card. You be sitting there like, yo, ain't nothing happening, ain't nothing to do, I'm emotionally down, out, and done, I'm toaster, I'm just no good. And toaster, yeah, I said that, sorry about that, y'all, my pronunciations are off today. But meanwhile, you got a god sitting there, a deity sitting there like, yo, there's some cups. You know, there's still some cups for you to fill up. And that deity or that God is kind of looking at you. I'm not saying that that's what's happening right now, but if it is, go ahead and rock with it. But that deity or that guide is looking at you like, yo, you got so much potential. You have so much opportunity. You have so much coming your way, so forth and so on. So I go back to that. Make sure that you do not spend too much time in the hermit mode. Make sure that you start putting insanely awesome requests out to the universe. I'm not talking like, give me a jet, because you'll get that jet eventually. But we're looking more for the now. You know, put that request out to go to that event. Hell, you want a new job or whatever, go ahead and apply. Just say what happens if I tried. You know, you never know. You might learn some things when you get there, and it might shock you that you got the job, and you might really be struggling just a bit when you get there. But you know, sometimes you got to fake it to make it, and sometimes you got to wing it. And also, with the way of the world right now, people are more than willing to train people in certain aspects. It is not as bad as the world has depicted it to be when you go to work in an office or something of that nature. They be making people think that they be up in there all alone by the copy machine, just like, what the heck? It's not like that. People got each other's backs. Sadly enough, the world has been painted that no one cares, but people do care. All right. Remember, you're gonna also want to go. Oh Lord, you're also gonna want to go into this with intellect. You know, really plan this out mentally. You know, really be like, okay, this is what I want to do. Now, what do I have to do to make myself appealing enough for them to invite me to these situations? Like, if you want to hang out with some, some politicians, oh, I know I said that's a bad word, I said that, but like, we all got, there's some that are cool, they ain't all bad, I hope. But, say you want to hang out with a politician or somebody in Congress, so you want to get your feet wet in that door. Being accepted to one of their dinners or something of that nature, or networking, or going to a quick coffee break with someone that is like a CEO or whatever, yeah, you know how that works, is a benefit for you, because that gives you time to get in there and make yourself known. Remember, you got to market yourself. You got to sell yourself no matter what it is that you do. As you can see, I'm doing a horrible job at selling myself because I'm reading to you from a bed. But I have no tables right now. Yeah. But for those that are looking for that love, when you do come out of that Three of Swords energy and stuff, and you do heal yourself up, now understand that healing takes time, but you got to be willing to put yourself out there, even if you're still a little bit hurt. Okay? You do. That sucks, I know, because you're still hurting, but look at it like this. I'm not saying when you're a wreck, okay? Don't do that. Take some time to get balanced so you're not having a jagged crying fit when somebody brings the ice cream over because it reminds you of your first date when you sipped a pina colada smoothie with a friend. We do not need that. We don't want the new date and being like, what? Y'all probably like, this is the most animated reader on freaking YouTube. But anyway, y'all, back to the real shit. When you go through that swords and that vibe and you heal on up, get back out there. And this might sound kind of corny, but like, that person, this goes for men and women, that person is, they gonna like your vibe, yo. They just gonna like your vibe, yo. They gonna wanna be around you a lot, yo. Like, and I don't mean like in no clingy way. She might be a little clingy, gentlemen, but I don't mean like in a way where, she laying up on you all the time. Nah. But like, if you ever watched any of the Spider-Man movies, gentlemen, the earlier ones when he was so up Mary Jane's butt crack. But who remembers the girl that brought him the chocolate cake? Ursula. She gonna be like her. She gonna be like her. And any gentleman that, truly believes in that love thing, we looked at Mary Jane like, okay, whatever, cool. But Ursula brought the chocolate cake. She was the one. She was the one that was right under your nose the whole damn time. And same for ladies. I ain't saying you're going to meet Ursula, but it's always the one directly under your nose. They just going to feel your vibe, yo. They going to rock with you. Like gentlemen, she going to be like a nice piece of Duncan Hines cake right out the oven with icing on it and a little ice cream on the side and a cool glass of milk. Just imagine how they used to make you feel. And like ladies, he's gonna be like he's gonna be like the first taste of a piece of dark chocolate or whatever it is that you might love that just brings you all those good feelings. It's gonna make your vibe feel right, yo. And I hope that happens for y'all. I really do. But you gotta do something important. I am going to end it up here. You gotta be in that Six of Swords. You gotta plug those holes in the mental what the hell. You gotta get on that boat and you just gotta go. You can use that pain as a way to empower yourself. Just know that when that person does come, you might have to do a little work, of course, like anything else. It's gonna take a little time. But you'll know when you run into them. But you have to be willing to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to cultivate. You have to be willing to grow. You have to be willing to understand that, yo, sometimes I don't take the wheel. It's a 50-50 thing out here now, you know? And I don't mean like finances. I mean, yeah, it is kind of technically, we all in a time where can't nobody afford nothing. Let's be real with you. Unless you rich. This is crazy, depending on where you live. That's why I moved out Texas, because it's cheaper. Oh, it's cheaper. Maryland's horrible. But we live in a time now where we got to pull together more than ever. In some way, shape, manner, or form, it's going to be a 50-50. 100-100. 150-150. Whatever. Half and half. But don't go into that relationship or that new vibe thinking that they complete you, because they don't. You complete you. And when you enter in a relationship, you just bring yourself and they bring themselves. Next thing you know, y'all popping off. So I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Just understand that when this person comes into your life, it's gonna be something magical. But you have to make sure that y'all two keep the magic going, okay? So hopefully this resonates in some way, shape, manner, or form. Make sure you check me out on the Nurses Corner on TikTok. Make sure you check out the Night Side. And I got some stuff coming for a Katina Enigma. And I got some stuff coming for Cosmic Star Sage. But I got 3 videos over on the Night Side if you like the more spooky aspects of the occult. Alright, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. And drink some water because I've been like doing podcasts and stuff all day long and my throat is drier than the Sahara. Alright, y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Join the family. If you haven't, make sure you go follow me on all those social medias and all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you later. And peace.